Hey everybody, Tony from Detroit Tesla here, back again with another video. Unfortunately, I am still on 10.11.2. I saw a good 100 to 200 in the Tesla Fi website. Beta testers have been getting it. I feel like either we'll get it on 0.3 or they'll start rolling it out this week once they see the testers that have got it are doing a decent job. Now, I decided to make this video because I was actually here downtown last night and I completely forgot that the electronic festival Movement is going on. And Movement is like a techno house festival for those of you in the underground scene that's not mainstream, but like techno house, you like DJs. This is your thing, which is my thing as well. But unfortunately, it's too expensive this year for me and I'm too busy filming content for you guys and DJing myself at other events. So, I wanted to come down here because the traffic is crazy. Hopefully, it's just as busy based on the actual map. If you can kind of see already, it's just orange and red all around there. They do it in Hart Plaza right next to the GM Renaissance Center. I think like 4 to 5 different stages, all sorts of big name DJs. And I was here last night and the traffic and the people, there were so many pedestrians, so many cars, so many crazy people, you know, stuff like that. So I decided, you know, let me come down here and shoot another video since I'm kind of running out of content and making YouTube shorts and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll have a 10.12.2 video for you guys. Already set a destination for Woodward. This version has been okay. But what I've seen from 10.12 or 10.12.2, but it's been pretty intense. So recognizing that this car is parked, struggling a little bit there for some reason, but let's see how it's going to do on this turn. Traffic is okay right here in Woodward in front of the DIA, Detroit Institute of Arts. I'm not sure why it stopped. Usually it creeps, but it doesn't matter. We got a green light and we're going. And I like how it now is coming close to just picking lanes. I like how it avoids this lane because that's where the queue line, or like the, I guess you can say little train comes. I think there's a term for it, but I'm not saying it correctly. However, I really like that it picks this lane, and it's starting to pick other lanes too. Like this lane, or if it knows we have to potentially make a left quickly here at this light as an example, which we're not, but as an example, it probably would have picked that far lane. It's not perfect yet, but it's starting to pick up that it needs to do stuff quicker. And I heard and I've seen 10.12 is so much more better on that and doing things and just really confident. Like this version was confident, but what I've seen is 10.12 is very confident. So as we get closer, I had to pick a little bit before Campus Martius and before like the center of Detroit, because I had to do that, because if not, it likes to reroute us on the 75 interstate, and I don't want to go on the highway because they aren't doing much yet on the highway. They haven't converted over to the new FSD build or the single stack, so like highway has some improvements, but nothing crazy. It's city streets we're after, family. That's what we're after. We want to see, are self-driving cars a real thing, or is Elon Musk a fraud? Let's find out. As we make our way into the city more, you will start to see a lot more people, and a lot of people from like around the world. It's not just like Metro Detroit. Obviously, you guys know Detroit has a history of Motown, but what a lot of people don't know is Detroit has a history of techno music and house music, which is my favorite music. And I also DJ a lot of that music too. So people don't know that a lot of certain subgenres and genres, like, I mean, there's an argument to be made that techno was born in Detroit. You know what I mean? There's an argument there that people like to make, but without digressing away from that, getting back into that, you probably saw that this version has had like so many random turn signals. It looks like 10.12 like went away, but yeah, it's this version, just random turn signals, and it's not going to do anything. It just turns them on for just the most random reason. But anyways, as we're, like I said, as we're starting to head into the city, you'll see more and more people. A little bit of a hard break there. You'll see more and more, whoa, random swerving. You see, it just does this like funny stuff. I'm gonna send that to the team, but it just does this like weird and funny stuff. Like what is it exactly? What was it swerving for? Like the person was way far away to swerve. Like sometimes the system just boggles my mind, like when it does random stuff. But this is the only version that I've been part of the beta program where it's very finicky like that. Like earlier versions were like kind of like questionable, but like it was like kind of understandable. It's a weird way to describe it, but now it's like this behavior shouldn't be here. But it looks like 10.12 is completely different and completely changed on that. They've improved a lot. Like I said, it looks like probably the best version I'm hearing so far from a lot of the beta testers across the country, not just in the Bay Area or California, right? So I'm excited to see what the beta has in store for us today, what Detroit, with the electronic festival going on, has in store for us. Probably lots of good content. Again, with the random turd signals. Not sure why it's doing that. Okay, so we're about to head into Detroit. I know some of you complain about this, but I'm doing this quickly so we don't get to the destination, and then, you know, because there's going to be a lot of traffic down here. Because last night was jam-packed, so hopefully there is still a lot of traffic, but I can already see it starting to build up. A couple lights down. You guys probably can't see it on the screen, but I definitely can. And Detroit's like that. For example, Little Caesars is in our right over here, the arena where the Red Wings play, and they have like concerts and stuff. Like they'll have like one part of the city, like where we're going, where the techno festival is, like it's just like jam-packed. And this side, where the Tiger Stadium's on the left, Red Wings here, like nobody, you know? But let's see. Okay, kind of braking there. Not for this. I mean, this light's fine. This light coming up is red. So we've had problems on these train tracks before, on these rail tracks. So let's see how it does. Seems to be doing okay. Another Tesla over there on the left with his windows down. And like I said in previous videos, if you guys have been watching my content, Detroit downtown especially is a very summertime-ish place. In the winter, and like a lot of the other previous videos, a lot of you said it was depressing, and yes, it is very depressing down here in the winter. Summertime, a lot going on, different teams playing, music, you know, a lot of nightclubs, a lot of different stuff going on down here, and just, you know, right by the water where the Canadian border is for Windsor, a lot of people hang out down there. Obviously we can't drive there, but we're usually close by actually. So let's see what it does here. I guess they really kind of like improved the neural net on train tracks, because before I remember it was just like freak out on these train tracks. It doesn't know what to do, but now it's kind of like hanging out. So you can start to see people are starting to pick up here. I think there's not as much as I thought there would be, but I might be mistaken as we're not in Campus Martius yet. But I think there is a lot of people at the festival, and today was a very, very hot day, like close to 100. So like now that the sun is going down and like the festival goes to like 1 in the morning, I think people are heading down there now as like the temperature is dropping closer to 85, which is a good thing. So I'm gonna try to get the car closer because I don't like the navigation since that person is waiting for pedestrians. Okay, cool. So again, this is a typical route that I take. Nothing new here about the route or anything like that. But that's, see, I don't... Automatically cleaning windshield wipers. For what? Like, literally, you know, it's kind of funny because I cleaned the windshield before I left my house, and there was just like a spot like right here or something. And like, FSD is so weird with that. Like, because like, again, I'm like, what in the world was that? And then I look at the screen, I'm like, oh my God. So... let's see what it does here. I'm gonna keep this full screen because I know where the car is gonna stop. Once it gets us there, I'm gonna shut off, pull over to the side, and go. So this gentleman, or this person, is waiting for those lovely young ladies that are crossing, and we are still going straight. So I ran the FSD through here last night with 3 times as much traffic, and I actually did pretty well, because you know that this section we've had trouble on before, because this light is green, this light is red. And then getting over into the correct lane. Last night it did it perfectly. A little bit janky in the wheel, but I wish I knew the festival was going on, because I've just been so consumed with my own activities in life that I completely forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my hands close to the wheel, because this is where it's getting scared of this guy next to us. He's trying to make an illegal move. You guys can see him trying to get in, but you know, FSD is like, me first. So if it just stays here, I believe this is the correct lane. It can stay in either one of these lanes, but it likes to pick this lane. It did this last night too. It just likes this lane, and I think it's just trying to avoid the thing. So the festival is going on in front of us. For those of you that have like good, like, you know, ears, you might start to hear, or like have good headphones or just a good sound system, you might start to hear the bass. You won't hear the bass because you feel the bass, but you'll kind of hear the higher end mid bass of the sound systems, because they have like massive sound systems down here. So while we're at this light, I'm gonna send the car here, because I know this is where it connects into the traffic that we are here for. So this is gonna be an interesting one. Once it passes this light, it's gotta go right, which we want it to. And then it's gotta go on Congress Street, and then it's gotta connect. I might have to disengage because I see it's not going where I want it to. And I don't think it understands that yet. And that's okay. So yeah, it wants to go right. Okay, it stopped. Yeah, he sees. He was kind of looking at me, but he didn't know where he was going himself. Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh, okay. I saw what happened. I see exactly what happened. So this is a one-way street. I always thought you could go right here, but the car did that turn like that because I was kind of not really doing anything. But I'm gonna report that. It was trying to get over, and that Uber guy next to us like wouldn't let us, and then he got over, and then the car was gonna miss its turn. Just wow, just that's like, man, that's like 10 point that's like 10.1 behavior or something like that. Like, that's old behavior. Wow, I guess it was just going for it. But it rerouted, which is good. It's gonna go right into the heart of the traffic. But that was, man, unfortunately I had to disengage there. Good piece of content though. So let's see how it does here. It can go in the outer lane. Being careful around this free delivery bicycle people. And then it's going the outer lane. Okay. All right, a little bit confused, but it is picking the correct lane. There is somebody on the floor that looks like something's wrong with them in front of us. Okay, so the car is attempting to go around them, or it wants to go in the middle of this bike and this car. That's where the path plan is. So I think I might have to disengage here, because these people in front of us are not moving, and I don't want the car to veer that way. So hopefully these people move. You can hear, like, the car's really trying. I truly want to play. I want this to play out, but like, I feel sorry for that person. And you have a lot of people like this down here. So okay, so I'm gonna disengage here so we can just get out of the way, because you know, I'm sure no one's gonna call 911 at this point. But yeah, so unfortunately I had to disengage there because the cars weren't moving, and FSD was just hanging out. But not necessarily the car's fault, but I'm gonna send that in, because I mean, it should have understood that those cars weren't moving and there wasn't like a red light or anything. So yeah, unfortunately we had to disengage, but second disengagement, I believe, yes. So, but lots of stuff down here for the car. This is great content. I do hope that person that was on the ground recovers okay, or from whatever their situation is. Okay, so we've had problems on this turn before. Good. It needs to get over one more. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just get over. Get over. Get over. Get over. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. Kind of. Okay. I just got to disengage here because there's all this traffic behind us. And yeah, it's unfortunate. But I feel like 10.12 might be able to handle this situations. But. Oh, did you guys see that? Wow. So that guy almost flew into this couple, but FSD stopped before the line. You see, that's really interesting. FSD doing the right thing, but that driver, he shouldn't have a driver's license, in my opinion. Going into the correct lane, slowing down really hard because these gentlemen are coming. Okay, a little bit too up, but as you can see, this street is very, very busy with a lot of people, and you know, the festival's right over there. You can kind of hear the bass. Okay, so it's gonna try to turn on red. I hit the brake by accident, but anyways, I was gonna disengage because that's a no turn on red. It shouldn't be going anyway. But as soon as this light turns green, these people are gonna go, and I'm gonna like quickly turn on FSD just to show you guys that this version is so amazing at avoiding pedestrians and like waiting for them, you know? Like, it really prioritizes, and I think it always did, but it does it really well in this version. And I hope 10.12 is a continuous thing and continues to do that. So, okay, the people are stopped. Okay, so, oh, you see? Okay, you see how much it stopped? Proper. Waiting for everybody. Cyclists, the 4 people walking. Okay. Proceeding nicely. That was beautiful. It started to go a little bit, and I'm like, this is gonna be the one time where it messes up, but no, man, it's really good. So you guys might hear the bass. I'll be quiet for a second, but yeah, the festival's to our left. So I'm trying to get it to come. I want to do a loop-de-loop around. So let's see if we can actually get the car to do it. Come on, come on. The light's green. Okay, it has figured out a path. Yes, that's the path I want. It took it a while to figure that out. It's interesting. But yeah, the festival's to our left. It's okay, it's slowing down because of this car. And actually, it wants to change lanes, so. Okay, it is a red light. Okay, it just, actually, I don't know if those red lights are for us. I think that's for the left side of traffic, but I'm gonna send it in anyway. You guys can probably hear the bass. It's like rattling my car. Lots of people happy to hear the music and dancing as they approach. Okay, so usually I don't get stuck in traffic, but there is an ambulance coming behind us, so if the light switches, I'm gonna hit the brake. Okay, it's gonna pass us. Yep, it's probably going to that person. Yep, thank God they got help. Yeah, there's people, a lot of people out here that are in the heat, could have had a heat stroke. I'm not saying everybody does illegal substances down here, but there is a lot in the techno house community. So that is a common theme, but I think it's just like heat exhaustion, you know? Okay, car doing a little jerkiness there. Send that into the team. Okay, so let's see how it handles this left turn, because when I tried sending it yesterday when I was down here, it would not go left, which we're going is the proper way. It would just go right every time, right. So let's see what it's gonna do here, because it needs to make like a left. Okay, stopping for these people, good. Okay, it doesn't need to be moving, but the light is green, as you can see, it's still waiting. It highlights the pedestrians in front of us like a dark. Okay, so it's still waiting. Okay, I'm gonna send the car. I'm gonna push it through because there's a police officer coming behind us. So yeah, it was still waiting because it was unsure about those people. Okay, the cop went straight, so he's not on our tail. So okay, it's waiting again for those same ladies that crossed in front of us and that couple. Okay, so this is a lot of stuff going on. Okay, car's handling this beautifully. God, dude, this is awesome. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna pull over right here and just stop for a second because I wanna I want to send it towards Jefferson, but we're gonna go kind of that way in the direction of Jefferson, but not all the way. So I want to see which way the car is gonna take now that there's like certain streets that are knocked off, and they're there because of the festival. Taking its time on that. So there's no one behind us. The car's gonna go left. It needs to go left one more. Don't hit this cop, please. Okay, slowing down because the police officer. All right, I'm just gonna signal left so he doesn't think we're crazy. So I disengaged there by accident. She was kind of looking at me, but hopefully it makes sense in her mind. So this is a lot of stuff right here. This is like so many pedestrians crossing. You can see it's braking for this gentleman right here. I was expecting a lot of disengagements. I mean, I think that's like my third disengagement. Actually, I didn't count that disengagement because I kind of put too much force on the wheel. So the festival is over to our right now, and they're bumping. Like, I'm enjoying this. So I don't think I'll get copyrighted because it's, you know, in the distance, and that, you know, it's, yeah, there it is. I was waiting for the bass. Yeah, you'll see some pretty interesting characters down here. Okay, so let's see what the car's gonna do here. Okay, it is gunning for this. It needs to go left. It needs to go left. Okay, this is not good. Okay, so it's okay. It needs to. I'm gonna signal so the cop doesn't think we're crazy. But yeah, so it is. Yeah, it's not gonna. I think I'm gonna have to. Okay, it's finding its way. This is insanity for FSD right now. So I'm gonna push it up a little bit more. Okay, let's see. If not, I think I'm gonna disengage because I don't want to freak this cop out. Yeah, so it's gonna sit here. It wants to pick that lane that way, but I guess this type of situation is really like messing with the FSD right now. I think we're close to one of the stages because the music is like, I'm like raising my voice slowly to match the music. Good music though. Okay, this Nissan behind us is going. I want this to play out, but I don't want to get close to this cop car because they're going to be like, what in the world are you doing? So the traffic behind us is stopped a couple ways back. This traffic here, I might have to disengage. I might give it a push. See what it does. It's just like literally veering for this cop car. Like, this is terrible. Okay, so I'm gonna shut this off because it's not gonna go around this cop. Thankfully, he wasn't even paying attention to see the situation, but so there's a police officer waving, so the car is avoiding him, making some nice space. That's good. Elon said hand movements like that we picked up. This is the entrance into movements, the festival. Okay, so that was just insanity. That was my fourth disengagement. Wow, that was pretty intense. Okay, so the car's kind of, I'm pushing the car through right now. That's why you're seeing that message, because it's, I mean, they're getting a little hostile here, so. Okay, so car picked up. They got even DJs out here. Nice. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. We're gonna come back around, and I'm gonna send the car somewhere where I think it's blocked off, but we're gonna do it anyway. Not obviously go somewhere it's blocked off, but I'm just gonna see what the car is gonna do, because I've watched Rob Maurer from Tesla Daily on 10.12, and it's just, even that version is just like, it's kind of like, what in the world is it doing? type of thing with certain situations. So yeah, I kind of missed that turn, which that's fine. I wanted it to. So it's got to get over one. It's planning a path. That's good. Go ahead. So it's okay. It's like it's being really cautious around these people. So okay, stopping really hard for these people. Okay, good. Wow, it handled that really well. That was pretty impressive. This guy behind us is like riding. I told you, these people are nuts down here, and this is why I wanted to take the system down here. I want to stress test it, because people stress test in New York traffic, in LA traffic. Like, this is like the closest we're gonna get to downtown Detroit traffic, you know? And so we're just, you know, going ahead. There's a couple people pointing at my car. I'm watching the camera. I really gotta get some Detroit Tesla stickers and just put them on my car and give them out to people and stuff like that, you know? So we are still gonna go right. We do this all the time, but as per usual, I wanna send the car down the little path. I always send it down. There's a lot of traffic there, and it's like right next to the festival. Where is it? Okay, so there's a lot of people by the water here because there's an entrance down by the water as well. There is a lot of stuff going on here, so it usually stops here for crosswalks as well. Routing with no traffic data is interesting. So it usually stops here, but it's kind of playing like keep up with the car in front of us. So that bus is trying to go ahead. So oh wow, it waited. The car wasn't proceeding. It was waiting for this gentleman and his son. Nice. I didn't even see that, I swear. The car just sees everything. Okay, so I'm pushing the car through. Alright, so let's see what it's gonna do here. Good. Catching the stop sign that it always misses. Border Patrol. Alright, it's a little bit shaky around this turn, but it's figuring it out. Yep, exactly as I assumed. This street is blocked off. So it's slowing down because it's ending navigation. So we're going to send the car back kind of the way we went. But there is one of the stages in front of us, which is kind of cool, which is a different location this time. So okay, so yeah, it's doing like a little weird thing, but I'm just gonna let it do its thing because we want to go right. Being really cautious when it sees this person on the bike. It went out a little bit. I saw it before FSD. I just want to see how it reacted. It reacted pretty well. So this street is not as busy as I thought it would be. It's like heading out, going. So those gentlemen, those police officers were looking at me and they're like, holy crap, you know. I think they kind of picked up on like what it was. So this is a protected, unprotected right turn. Stop, please. Okay, there's pedestrians here. It needs to wait. They're not gonna cross in front of us, but I didn't see these pedestrians, so now it's waiting. All right, so it's gonna start to creep here. Okay, creeping like it should. But now we're gonna block the street. This is not good. Don't give me a ticket, please. Okay, yeah, it's blocking pedestrians now, so I'm gonna report that. Man, this is just madness for FSD right now. Like, it's trying so hard to get into this lane, but the first lane there is like a right turn, so. Okay, it should go after this car. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Oh, nice. I see what it's doing. Okay. Yeah, but this is what I was talking about. You see, it picked the outer left lane because the way that we set this up, which isn't correct, is a actual, like, we got to do a turnaround up here, so it went across the traffic. That is beautiful. The thing I've been complaining about with the Michigan left turns. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. So, we're going to do a little bit more. So I'm already at a half hour with this video. But I don't want to do too much more because I know I'm going to get 10.12 in the next week or so. So unfortunately, this festival is going to be done. But that's why I wanted to come down today, because just to, you know, stress test the system. So let's see what it does here, because it's got to do a turnaround. So it's not in the correct lane. Not in the correct lane. It needs one more, I think. Yep. So beautiful, beautiful. This is how I would have done it. Okay. Now there's this one lane splits into two, and it's going to go ahead and go straight. I'm sorry, not straight. Do a turnaround. So, okay. No, that's incorrect. Damn you. We almost had it, FSD. So, I'm going to keep my hands close. It's doing the same thing again. You can see it's highlighting the blue. It wants to go. Yeah, sorry. I got to keep. This is like, oh my God. This is madness. I hope 10.12 improves. But we won't have this much people around and this much commotion. So, light is green. So, I'm just gonna not engage yet. Okay, light is not green. Light is not green. All right, so now I'm gonna engage. Yep, see, wants to do the same thing again. Nope. Okay, let's let this guy in. FSD, not today. But yeah, see, it wants to, yep, still wants to do the thing. Wants to go left. Well, it tried, but we're now in the correct lane. Hopefully it doesn't want to go over the curve. But we're at a stop sign now, so kind of being aggressive here. All right. Wow. It really took that one and just went in front of what I think was a cop. But yeah. Yeah, that's an ex-cop, thankfully. Okay, wow. It missed that, but it came back quickly, and I saw that car. It is trying. It needs to turn down that street. And yeah, it's not going to make it. Okay. It's not going to make it. Okay, nope, we can't do that. It was going to go for it, and honestly, I think it was going to make it if I let it go, but it got close to that Corvette, and yeah, that's... So, heavy primetime traffic. As we're getting closer to the end of the video, the verdict is FSD is definitely not ready for it, in Detroit at least. I wonder if 10.12 will do better. I mean, there's going to be other events going on down here. I know they got the country festival that happens. They have like Tigers games on the other side where we come down Woodward. So I'm definitely going to be back, and I know 10.12 is going to, you know, be better, because I see it's better, but I think it just has some room for improvement. I don't know why it's going that way. A big issue, like I was mentioning with Tamar, I think his name is, if I'm saying his name correctly, with I saw in 10.12 is that there's an issue between the navigation and the FSD. Like, it's a huge issue. So I'm re-engaging now. I want to see what the car does. It wants to turn right here. Like, yeah, okay, you're not gonna make, yeah, it was gonna hard brake. I'm pushing it through this light because I don't know why it wanted to take this path. Just stick where you are, you know what I mean? Okay, so no turning red, just turn green, so we're good. Okay, so let's see what it does with this individual, because he's kind of coming into the crosswalk. Okay, so now we gotta stop. Good. The people behind us are just up my butthole. Like, it's terrible. And they need to understand how to drive, like they do. So we're gonna send this back into, okay, no, we're gonna stay. nice catching the yellow light. Yeah, that was absolutely complete madness. Wow, I was shocked by all of that. Genuinely shocked. Okay, so we're gonna go kind of this way and then back a little bit to get up to Campus Marshes, and then I'm gonna go up Woodward from the way we came. So the car's kind of taking it easy because these people are crossing. Got the biker. Yeah, you can proceed. Go ahead. Even this bus was going around us, so it's kind of taking its time. There's no one behind it, so I'm letting this play out. But yeah, so it just needs to go straight. Like it doesn't need to go like left like it's planning. Just go straight and you'll knock into where we are trying to go. Okay, so it's got its own plan, so let this play out. It's the end of the video. Yeah, I mean close to the end of the video. So okay, so braking there abruptly for no reason. Getting over nicely, man. This is doing it. That's really nice. Like I said, this was the beginning version of the confidence. 10.12, I could imagine, like, you know, heartbreaking, what it's gonna do. But man, this is like a real stress test for FSD. Okay, so now we're back at Campus Marshes. Now we're going around and we're gonna go north, or at least try. All right, so slowing down because this Jeep with these nice rims on it. Okay. All right, we're clear to the left. Nice. You see, it's picking the outer lanes. It's my biggest complaint about FSD, and they're finally fixing it. I love it. I love it. FSD team, if you're watching, I love it. Now, just stay in this lane. Okay, yellow light, red light. Good. Very good. So, what we're gonna do now is while we're at a red light, we're gonna send this north because it's gonna stop in the middle of where I sent it. Come on, you can do it. All right, no. All right, cool. We should be good. Guy giving me a head bob because I drive the Tesla. He's giving me a thumbs up. Okay, good, perfect timing. So we're gonna make a little bit of a round thing around here. Roundabout, I'm sorry. And then let's see what it does here. Okay, picking the inner lane, wants to. Okay, I'm gonna I really want these jerks to be fixed. Like, stopping way before the line, but it was kind of, so, is this the line here? Okay, so, yeah, pedestrians can kind of cross all through here. So, I think that's where it's stopping. It's kind of creeping up and it's going to the line now. Which is good. Actually, no, it's green light. So, for example, it wants to change lanes, and it just did that really confidently in front of the bike. Now it's coming back. It is all over the road. So it needs to stay. Okay, so you gotta. Yep, it's gone. It's completely lost its mind. So it was doing well, and it needed to stay in that outer lane so it can go north. But it failed. So let's see the reroute. Let's see, because it's already rerouted, which is good. Okay, so I know where this is. I know where it's taking us. And we can go. Okay, this car's, it seems to be just off to the side. I love how FSD recognizes that. Like, this is the first version. Like, that person is off to the side. They're not just all the way a little bit back, waiting for the light. Like, and it doesn't even have any hazards. Like, that's so good. I love that. So we have to wait. I'm gonna just push this a little bit more up Woodward. Waiting for the gentleman. The car wasn't sure. That guy was blown out of his mind. He looked at me like, oh, you're good, man. I rolled down my window, and that's what I was saying to him, if you guys didn't know. But Like, I put up my hands, I'm like, the car wasn't sure in mid-turn, and this guy is just like looking at me like, okay. So we got some pedestrians here waiting. Dude, this thing handles pedestrians so freaking beautifully. Oh my God, I just hope they keep that part of the FSD in 10.12, which looks like it, because I think, what's the channel out there in the Bay Area? I forgot his name. He's always talking with Elon on Twitter. But if you guys know who I'm talking about. So I just can't think of his name. So yeah, we're heading back up Woodward. So that was the stress test in downtown Detroit with what was more traffic than you're ever gonna see. We might be able to get the same amount of traffic like on a nice like Friday or Saturday or like a Thursday night down here when there's just not a festival, it's just a regular summer night. I do have some Fridays and Saturdays off coming up, so if I don't have plans or stuff going on, or I don't like get a version all of a sudden, I'm definitely gonna, you know, kind of do that for you guys. So I'm going to shut off FSD, not FSD, I'm sorry, the navigation for FSD, and I'll let the car go up Woodward, because as soon as we get close to Little Caesars Arena, maybe even before that, I'll cut the video. So like I said before, final thoughts here. Not ready for prime time yet for downtown Detroit traffic, like a lot of downtown areas. I think 10.12 is going to be a big improvement on that, but slowing down nicely for this red light. Other than that, I mean, handling pedestrians, cyclists, and all of that beautifully. It's just when it misses the turn and it can't get in there because all that traffic, it needs to learn to get over. Kind of like how I've been complaining, how like if it comes out of a turn, like let's say it comes out of this turn, instead of picking this first lane, it picks that left one because it's got a turn there, even though there's no turn on left, but let's say you want to turn there. It's slowly, they're teaching the neural nets about that. They're teaching the system, the AI about that. That's a big improvement in my books. I can see improvement coming versus when I first joined the program October of 2021. So those are my final thoughts. This is Tony from Detroit Tesla. Thank you again for watching. I'll have a new video here very soon as 10.12 rolls out. Until next time, take care.